Hello, hello, hello. I am back with my mock-up, my second mock-up for my code. And, well, yeah. It is, well, first I have to remove the counters for the blanket and mini socks because that's not important today. And maybe, yeah, why not? Why don't we set up a third counter for how many hours I have stitched here at my, yeah, that's a good idea. I think I will put a third counter somewhere, don't know how to show, there, somewhere here. That's okay, somewhere in my don't know how to call this, pinky yellowish section. And I guess we will count there my hours, how much hours I spent stitching my mock-up. Okay, so I have everything. Do I have everything? Yes, I have my needle, my pins, my ruler, my thimble, pencil, and a scissor, and my mock-up. So I stitched yesterday I stitched together my center back pieces together, and now let me see, this should be the middle back. Yes, it is middle back, it says, ta-da, over there, middle back. And I have to put all my notches in there. So there I have to snip my fabric. Okay, over here. Oh. So I have to make sure that I snipped through both. Okay, and here as well. Okay. Yeah, through both, and here a snip. Okay, for the shoulder. Okay, so that was it. So, okay, how do I attach this? So, this is my center back piece. I haven't ironed my seam flat yet, but that will happen shortly. So, I have now such a, okay, so in which direction should it go? That is obviously incorrect because this here is my armhole here. This is my armhole, and here I have to attach the shoulder. So I think this one where I have written down which piece it is my right side of the pattern. Oh no, I have, I think, let's depin it. I think I made a mistake. I didn't think correctly. No, that's not right. I think this is my left piece. This here, or because if I put right sides together, yeah, so now, yeah, that will do it. And this should go here, because yeah, if I fold, yeah. And this one is my left piece. So if I sew it in here in place and fold it back, then I have my armhole, my beginning armhole here. So, and my shoulder goes further like so. Yeah, that's my shoulder. That's correct. So I put aside this where I wrote middle back. I put it aside, and I think I would like to sew. I have here snip, and here's another snip. Now I think they should meet, and I think I am sewing from this side. Yeah, so before I pin, I will mark my 1/2 inch seam allowance on this side, because I would like to sew this side from this side. And again, here is a curve, and I am going to mark it like so, step by step. And because I only put my I only cut out my my body piece, I will also mark here where, down here, because there might be 1 or 2 centimeter I don't stitch through both layers, because the one layer is not as long as the other, and I will mark where I have to stop. So now that this is marked, I can find my 2 notches, so like so, turn it so that I see my marked seam allowance, and I will pin this first. So, and then I see that this piece down, the second piece has a slightly curve, so I will pin step by step, and I will use a lot of pins, a lot, because one part of the fabric is curved and one not. So, and if you don't pin this part good, it will create some ruffles. Ruffles? Well, yeah. making sure everything is good. Lined up. So. Okay, nearly there. And it's matching nearly. Oops. Yeah, it's nearly matching. So okay, this upper part is pinned now nicely, and I have here a second curve, but we will come to this. So, and that is an area I always pin as last time I pinned as I pin as I go. But because of this curved part, I pinned it as I needed. So this is not correct. So, okay. Yeah, it was a bit easier last time to pin everything in place because it was not curved. And I'm making sure that I put my pin into the fabric above my stitching line, and I'm coming out with the pin underneath it, so that this part is really safely secured. So yeah, this time I need a lot more pins than last time. That means I don't have to remove the pins and replace them as I stitch, which is fine if you have straight seams, but if it's curved like here, like so, it's a bit difficult. So, and then I pin everything straight. Just before I stitch everything. So, yeah, and I'm right. I don't have to sew 2 centimeters. Yeah. That is my waistline. And now it's just a straight seam. Yeah, just a straight seam. because there begins the skirt part. And that is also where I start to stitch. Okay. I guess 2 more needles and that will do it. So now nothing can move. I turn my work so that I can just hold it here at my seam allowance. That's how I like to stitch. You know what I forgot? My thread. Where's my thread? Normally I put it inside here, but I didn't. So, and guess what? No, that's not white. Where is my white thread? Ah, over there. There it is. Okay, white thread is ready to use. So this time I'm using white thread because I have to practice finding my stitch line and where I have to stitch in not so good lighting conditions with a nearly matching thread color. So okay, so I have my needle, my thimble, my thread, and oh no, I'm losing a pin. And this one is not so secure. Okay, so making sure that this part doesn't fall from the table because, well, it's not okay. Safe for my feet because I will risk then that the pin falls out. And if a pin falls out and I don't see it or don't recognize it, yeah. I step on it. And stepping into a pin is not funny. Well, have you ever stepped onto Lego? Well, a pin is a level or 2 above Lego. Stepping on Lego is not so bad as stepping on a pin. Because Lego only hurts and a pin sticks into your feet or foot. So yeah. Okay, so let's see. Oh, when did I start? It's about 19 minutes, so 20 minutes. And I started to stitch. Making sure my needle is in the middle of my thread. Okay, have secured my end, I can just stitch and stitch and stitch. Hopefully I will then see my mistakes I made in making the pattern pieces bigger. It didn't work. Well, it did work. They were bigger. They were wider. But at the end, far too wide, because I added 2 centimeters to each of my pieces, pattern pieces, and I forgot that if I add to every pattern piece 2 centimeters, and I'm having 12 pattern pieces, that means I am adding 24 centimeters, and I don't need all of this width. No. No, don't need it. So, yeah. That's why I have to make the second mock-up. And as I said, I will now hopefully find where to put my pockets in. And if not, I will open my seam allowance. My seam, not seam allowance, my seams at my white mock-up, which is already stitched together, and I forgot to leave this pocket opening open. Well, I didn't forget it. I actually thought my pocket sits somewhere else, but it actually doesn't, and yeah. Long story short, I have to find where my pocket sits. So, I think that's going quite well. Well, my stitches are a bit too wide, and I have to look that I make them a bit shorter. My stitch length is too long. Yeah, that is a lot easier to achieve if you have a thread which you're seeing, but with a nearly color matching or a light thread color, I find it difficult. So that's why I am practicing it here with my mock-up, because that is not my actual code. And oh no, there is a loop. I created a loop because I didn't see No, I didn't. Over there. Now it's, yeah. So I have to bring all this twist up, down, remove the twist I added to this thread, and so that my needle can sit in the middle of both of these threads, and then I don't have loops in my stitching line. Yeah. But my stitch length is too long. It's too long. So I have to make sure that it's not so long. And yeah. So actually, all this pinning and finding out where my pattern pieces sit belongs to my sewing time, and I think I will just add roughly the time I streamed with this mock-up, and this time I'm only sewing in my when I'm streaming. So last time I stitched a lot of all these meters I needed to stitch off camera, but I think this time I will only stitch in streams. Yeah, so this will not show the actual time, but it can give a roughly hint how long it is taking. No. What's happening there? So, tangled. It is still stormy here. I think you can hear the wind. I don't know if you hear the wind. And yeah. Luckily it's not raining, so yeah, we're quite happy. At the moment, well, it did rain. It was really loud. Okay. Again twisted. Okay, my first thread is already, no, not already finished. A few stitches left, and I think two or three. few. In the curve, I try to do small stitches so that the curve is nice. But I think I have to finish this thread, it's too short. Otherwise, I can't go back to secure the end. Okay, 3 and 4. 5. And no, only through my thread, not through the fabric. Okay, so I can cut this off. Secure the needle. Ouch. Oh, there was a pin sticking up. Ouch. Yeah. Oh, what's that? That's a knot. It doesn't matter because that will be hidden anyway. Okay. So, okay, where's my thimble? Thimble, okay. And again. Let's start again. Some acrobatic with the needle. Okay, I'm still in a curve, so I have to make sure that my stitches are not that long so that the curve is nice. Guess 2 or 3 more stitches securing this end thread, and then I can go okay, last one, and then I'm going. Okay, so now normal back stitching. So yeah, it's only 2 or 3 stitches one really needs to put a piece together, and then there are some nice fancy stitches which are making a garment much nicer. So, but with this I am stitching normal, not normal. I'm stitching, well, I'm using easy stitches and easy because I would like to make it easy without any fancy stitches, and so that I easily can recreate it, and making sure that it's not too complicated. Because all that I was up to is to show myself that I don't need to fight with my sewing machine. I just can use my hands. And it's much quieter because, yeah, at the end I can sit everywhere I would like to sew. I can sit here, stream, I can sit and chat during I'm sewing. Nope, I can't hear anyone during my sewing machine is in use. And no one could hear me either because it's too loud. And you have to concentrate that you don't make any mistake. So that's why I'm here. Well, I have to concentrate here as well, but it is not so fast. It's not so fast as with a sewing machine. And my light, which comes from from outside, is turning off and on. So sorry for that. What was I saying? Yeah, it's not so fast, and at the end there are some yeah, sometimes I have to concentrate a lot, but I still can chat. I still can sit with my family watching a movie and stitch, theoretically. In the moment I'm just sitting and knit. I'm knitting when I'm watching a movie because this is my only sewing project at the moment I have. That might change during Christmas because maybe I have to sew a new present Christmas bag. I have to sew a new one because we are using gift bags made out of fabric stitched together by hand. And there is a loop. So I have to remove this loop. So, done. And removing all the twist. I added, so careful. And yeah. Okay. If the light turns out, that means there's another rain cloud coming, and I guess the wind is a bit heavier at the moment. So, okay. Okay. Ouch. That was my finger underneath the fabric. It was not fast enough out of the way and got stitched. So. But it's not that dangerous with a needle and hand stitching because, well, you feel the pain very quick and therefore remove the pin quick. But a machine doesn't, and I've seen some crazy accidents happened. I don't want to repeat those because they will no. But my second thread for this seam line is now nearly finished. So I think I will need a third one. And I guess 4. I guess if I measure it same length as my 2 previously, I will need 4. Okay, that's my last stitch, and now I can go backwards to secure my end. So, and I'm making sure that I only go through the sewing thread, sewing, and not through the fabric. Okay, that's it. So I can cut this. And that is what is left. So and I'm not making the mistake as yesterday, where I was like, I put a few more centimeters to my thread so that I don't have to use a 4th thread, but then it went all crazy and I broke my thread and I had to put in a 4th thread anyway. So now I'm doing it. I'm on the shorter side now from the beginning so that nothing silly happens. Okay. So 1, 2, and where's the there, and okay, 3, ouch. Oh. I need something to save my thumb for my left hand. Ouch. Just have to be careful. Let me just, yeah. Okay, so that's it, and now stitch along. And it's not that much left, so yeah, I think in my estimated 1 hour, well, I'm a bit longer, but actually I started stitching at 20 minutes, so I'm only 30 minutes stitching, because I had pinned my pattern pieces together, and yeah, that is a lot of time if you're making it, if you're doing it not in a rush. So, and doing things in a rush, well, oftentimes they fail. So I try not to rush. And hand stitching is, well, pretty much the opposite of in a rush, being in a rush. It's really relaxing. So if I'm correct, the video from yesterday will go to YouTube on Saturday. So yeah, we will have a few left. A few days in between is what I wanted to say. A few days in between when I actually stream and at which time my video goes live onto YouTube. So yeah, this content will be not as actual as as the streams. It's more an archive. So I'm making my way to the shoulder, which means I'm at the end of the seam. Only a few centimeters left, and that's really okay. Oh, my battery. Ah, I forgot to attach my. Oh, okay, here it is. Oh, no. Don't. So, saved it. Should be. Yeah, now it's loading. Forgot to put my energy into. Okay. My cable. Okay. But if I see it correctly, it's not, well, I can make it, I guess, nearly to the end with this thread, so I can use a much shorter thread as my last thread for this seam, and that means a shorter thread means I can stitch faster because I don't have to make the whole way up into the air to making sure that my that my thread tension is correct, and my thread goes all the way through the fabric layers. So okay, nearly there, and my thread is nearly finished. Only a few stitches, and outside the storm is stormy. It's a stormy day. Still, no, it was a stormy week. I'm so lucky that it's not that bad as in France last week. Yeah, but still stormy. So only 3 pins left so far. And yeah, I have attached my, oh no, a loop. A loop. So let's see. No, the other side. Yeah. Okay. Okay, and then I have to remove the twist. Okay. Yeah, it takes a bit longer, a little bit. Stitching by hand. But yeah, it's so much nicer. And I haven't fought so much with my stitching needle as I have with my sewing machine. This machine hates me. Okay, I think I will do 2 more stitches and that's it. 2 more stitches. And half a stitch so that I can go back now into my loops. 1 and 2 and 3. So 3 and 4. I do another one, 6 1, and then I cut it off and thread my last thread and have my stitching line done. Now, come on, a little short, small scissors. So I'm securing my needle. Okay, how long? I guess that'll do. My needle back. So okay. I hope this thread is long enough. I guess so. Okay. Only 2 needles left, two pins. It's really windy outside. I hope I didn't cut this thread too short. And then I pull here, and I'm just doing it twice more. 2 more stitches. And then back to normal back stitches. Well, these are back stitches as well, but I'm weaving in my end as I stitch. So, here we go. Okay, my needle is not in the middle of the thread. Okay. I need a needle to secure it here a bit so that it doesn't slide me away. Not me, that it doesn't slide away. And I remove this last pin. So if I remove this last pin and it doesn't slide or slip, well, anyway, so that it doesn't move under my fingers and I can easily stitch these together. Well, easily, as easy as I am thinking, but I can do this. Ouch. Okay, last stitch. That is my last stitch. Now half stitch so that I close the stitching line like so. Okay. I have a loop here. Needle is not in the middle of this thread, but now, so I can finish this seam off. 1, 2, and a loop. Just as I just wanted to finish it. Now I'm creating loops and loops and loops. So bring the needle into the middle of the thread and secure it. Okay, that's it. I finished this seam. So I'm securing my needle. This time I put my thread into my basket. Well, first, so and my thimble. I remove this, and well, if I switch scenes and I'm only using this webcam and I'm holding this now so you can see, ta-da, well, it's actually it's a center back piece, so it's in the back and it's sitting here on the shoulder from the back, actually at the back, but the shoulder doesn't seem so wide and seems to fit better, a bit better. So yeah. So it's the back, so that's why it's sitting that high. But yeah, guess it's under the arm. Well, maybe now it's a bit too maybe it's too short, who knows. But I haven't attached my it's only the middle back. I haven't attached my side back piece, so this will create half of my armhole here. And yeah, next time I attach first my second middle back piece. Yeah, and then you can see over there I have a nice yeah, I have a nice waistline is it called. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.